Morning.
Hello everyone, can you all hear me? I would request you all to please use chat option and let me know if you can hear me or not. Okay, so great. So we are waiting and you can also see me. I'm also visible and audible to every one of you. Okay, so let's wait for at least 5 to 6 minutes more and let all participants join and then we'll move forward. Let's wait for 5 to 6 minutes. Good evening, everyone. I'll try to make this session to be as fruitful as it can be for you all, and I'll make sure that you understand this specific past paper that I'm about to do. So let's just wait for 5 more minutes so that every student who want to join may join. It has been a legacy of me doing these sessions since way too long now. I've been doing these sessions since now more than 3 attempts, and to my utmost surprise, these sessions have always been very fruitful when it comes to introducing these sessions. So I'll try to make sure that these sessions are helpful for you all. I'm just waiting for 5 minutes so that all students can join. Today's class will be all about the highlight past paper. Let me show you that past paper. There are two different sessions of this entire module that we are going to conduct. The first session relates to the highlights, and the second session relates to another past paper question, which is the BCO company. All those who are giving their SBL examination in December, I would like to tell you that if you are not doing past papers within your own ambit, then you are at a bigger mistake. There are many students who have basically studied from me, and they have been a very active part. They know how well we are doing these past papers, so I hope so this session become good for all. Okay, so I'm showing you the past paper question. Okay, before starting, I would like to ask, is there any particular specific question, because we are waiting for around 2 to 3 more minutes. So I would want to ask is if there is any particular question that you would like to ask from me, or that you would like me to, let's suppose, who you would like me to answer before starting our today's session. Is there any question? Okay. Now the protocols of going through a session would be that you are going to ask me question on the basis of, sorry, you're going to ask me questions on the basis of this chat option that is being given to you. So I would request you all to ask if there is any question in your mind regarding this session or anything that relates. You can first ask me, and then we can start with our session. Can we please, can we pass SBL just by doing past paper? It depends upon your understanding. My suggestion would be that you don't only have to go through the past papers. There are many other structures as well that you need to go on for these structures. So just by doing past papers won't help, obviously. Yes, it will basically make the chances of clearing your examination better than other people, but it will not help in passing your examination. So my suggestion would be that just being reliant on past paper will not give you an upper edge, but just for the sake of you guys, and just for the sake of helping you guys, I have decided two different modules within this single attempt, that is December 2021. Firstly, I'm going through grad past paper session. That is the first past paper. We are doing it right now, and the second past paper we are going to do within next week. So this is a grand past paper session that we are doing. And at the end of November, by end of November, last week of November, I'm also planning to have a grand revision session of the entire course of SBL. It has been a history. All those who want to see my September attempt grand revision session, you can go on my YouTube channel and you can see the entire 5 days videos being uploaded over there. And for December attempt as well, I am doing 5 days revision session. Now, if you want, you can get yourself indulged in this 5 days revision session. Along with this, we are doing with the past paper. I'm writing down how will we be going by for December attempt. See, I'm not charging any amount of money for this session. A reason being is that I just want you all to clear your examination. We'll talk about if it is a paid session or not, but I'll try to make Sheikh Bilal Haq, SHAIKH So, I'm writing everything right now. I'm just waiting for all the participants to join so that we can have a better number of people working right now, better number of people who can, enjoy this session and make the most out of it. I hope so. Many of you must have heard about me somewhere either on Facebook or some other platforms. And the only reason is that what topics are likely to be tested in December attempt and your analysis from previous paper. I will give you my analysis, but just wait for the last day of 5 days revision session in which I will make sure I'll write all those examination questions that are most important one and what industries can be tested right in front of you. So don't worry, I'll give you each and everything. Let's just quickly start now. I guess majority of you have joined. Okay, so one thing that is very accurate about this is I'll have to close my video right now because I want to write something over here. Okay, so how will this session be going on? I'm showing you my sheet in which we will be writing different formats. Okay, so how will we be going by the December session? So normally there are many regular sessions that I keep on conducting before the examination. Now my reason of conducting this session specifically is to help those students who were not able to take classes and who were not able to take any classes from anywhere or any facilitator. So I just want them to pass their examination as well. So let's just quickly move forward and let me tell you what this entire structure or what this entire class will be all about. So I welcome you all. I hope so you can see my screen in front of you. I welcome you all in SBL Grand Past Paper Revision session. Now in this session, basically, this is a grand past paper revision session, and I will also be introducing 5 days grand session of entire course. Now, there are 3 different things that we are going to go through within these 4 to 5 days and today's and the next class that we are going to be conducted. Okay, I'll try to share the slide, but I would request you to please come with your own name. It says admin, and I don't know who admin is. So it would be better if you come with your own name. Okay. So the first part of this session goes in this way that today's class, that is 13th, I will share this slide. I'll share this slide as well. Don't worry. 13th November 2021, we are going through the past paper of Hilite. Now this past paper is extensively relating to September 2021, right? So this is a specific, December 2021. This is a specific past paper that we are going to go through in today's class. Remember, this session is very important if you are going to give your examination by the end of December. So kindly just focus on this session so that majority of you can, facilitate. Then on 19th of November at same time, 2021, we will be attempting a recent examination. We will be attempting a recent examination, that is December 2020 past paper of BCO company, one of the most important one, and one of those past paper that I would like to suggest you all to attempt it by your own and get itself checked by me. You can also send me your answers and I'm willing to check your answers as well. Don't worry about that. I will check your answer without having any financial advantage. Then we'll be going for the 5 days revision session. I will give you the agenda of 5 days revision session, but not now. We will discuss about this session later on. Let me not just waste time and quickly move forward. If there is any question right now, you can ask me and I will be answering your question. If not, then we can move forward. Okay, I guess there is no question right now. So let's just quickly start. Now, whenever you are starting a past paper, make sure that you time yourself very accurate. Remember that I have been saying this all the time, that every past paper should be very well timed. If you are not timing your past papers well, this means that you are going to flunk in your examination. Remember one thing. Majority of people who fail SBL examination is not, sir, where to send our answers for marking. You can send me on my WhatsApp. I will answer. I guess Ikra, you have already forwarded me, but I forgot to answer. So I'll check your answers. I'll check your answers. Okay. So majority of students, what I was saying is, majority of students have who have historically flunked their paper. The only one and only reason that I found was that they were not able to complete their examination on time. Now, remember, if you are not able to complete your examination on time, this is something that you are doing one of the biggest blunders. And this means that you are not taking your paper seriously. Just a minute, please. You're not taking your paper seriously. So you have to time your examination very well. Now, what do we talk about timing? So what is basically the meaning of timing our examination? The first thing that you need to do is, when you are reading your examination, when you are going through your paper, remember SBL examination is of 4 hours, where you are being given 20% cash marks. I'm repeating again, where you are being given 20% cash marks, which means you have been given 20% professional marks, and the rest 80% marks relates to technical part. Now 20% professional marks and 80%, the other 80% part relates to the technical part. So what you need to do, you need to attain those 20% marks there and then you will be moving forward to those 20% and the 80% marks. Now, sir, how do we attain those 20% marks? I will assure you that I make you guys know what these 20% marks basically mean. And sir, how do we achieve those 80% marks? Obviously, for achievement of those 80% marks, you need to have those technical skills. You need to have gone through all the models and you know the relevant application of these models. So that is something which is different. But you need to attain those 80% marks in order to go for the 20% marks. Now, sir, reading time of your examination should not go beyond 60 minutes. Out of 4 hours, first hour is included for reading purpose, and the remaining 3 hours is for writing purpose. If I exceed the 60-minute time limit that I have set for myself, I am going to suffer within these 3 hours. And suffering within these 3 hours means failing your exam, because Reading will not give you any marks, but writing will give you marks. Writing is basically what the examiner is going to see. If you say, no, no, sir, I have read my paper very accurately and I was very good in reading the paper. So yes, I have completed my paper, and so on and so forth. Now this is something which is bullshit. You need to remember one thing. You have to read your examination within 45 to 60-minute time limit. Now, majority of the students might be thinking, sir, why 45 minutes? We can read the entire paper within 20 to 30 minutes. Remember, it is not just reading, it is the reflective time as well. Reading and reflection both relates to the same thing. You are not only going to read your examination, but you are also going for the reflective areas. So reading and reflection, they both are the same things that you need to focus upon. Sorry, there are students who want to join, so just helping them out. Yes. So let's start now. Is there any question that you would want to ask? If there's any question, please let me know. Yes, please. Any question? You can ask the question on chat option, because that is right now the most relevant areas where you can ask your questions, and I will be able to facilitate you all. Yes, please. Any question? Should I move forward? Should we start? Okay. Okay, let's move forward. Perfect. So, this is a question that comes in front of you. The question was held on 4th of December 2018. We don't need to read all these instructions, but normally the instruction says that the entire paper is of 4 hours. First hour for reading, that is from my side. First 45 to 60 minutes should be from reading area, and the remaining hours should be the writing part. So you will be going along with this. I'm using my hand gesture pointer in order to help you out. So it says that there are 4 hours including reading, planning, and reflecting time. So this means that you have got 1 hour for reading, planning, and reflective time as well. Now there are 3 different things. Reading means you are just reading the entire thing. Planning means you are planning what model to apply. Is it evaluation question? How to apply the analysis skills? What do you mean by skepticism? What are the areas of communication? So you have to plan it out. And reflective time means now you need to showcase your answer. Now you need to give your answer. So this is how the things work. It says the question paper is of an integrated case study with 1 section. So you'll be getting 1 section containing of 100 total marks. It includes 20% professional marks. Now there are 20% professional marks, which means 5 different things relate to 20% professional marks. Now before going to read this paper, I would want to do a small exercise in front of you. I would want you all to know that what basically do I mean when I say that you can attain your professional marks. There is a myth that keeps on going between different students. So I would just want to make sure that this myth is no more present. Okay, so how to get the SBL examination is of total 100 marks. This 100 marks is divided into 2 different parts, that is 20 and 80. You must be knowing all these factors very well. Now these 20% marks, let me just quickly go through these 20% marks. And what do you mean by these 20% marks? Can anyone explain me what are the 20% marks so that I can move forward and I can clear that myth? I can bet over the fact that you guys must be having a wrong answer of what these 20% marks basically mean. So can anyone explain me, please? Yes, you need to explain these professional marks. What do you mean by professional marks? What are the professional marks? These are the cash marks. Although these are the cash marks, but what do you mean by professional marks? built-in marks, formats, way of writing. Okay, so let me tell you what normally people think, that there are 5 professional skills that people believe will be having a professional marks, but the effect is something different. Now, obviously, this is the part of professional marks. These 5 skills are the part of professional marks, but at the end of the day, they are not just the way of getting these marks. Firstly, we have communication. Secondly, we have business acumen. Thirdly, we have skepticism. Fourth one is evaluation. And the fifth one is analysis. Now, these are the professional skills that you are going to ask yourself and you will be showcasing. Although the examiner says that these are the 20% marks that you need to go through, but these 20% marks cannot be attained in isolation. In order to achieve these 20% marks, there are certain formats. Now, you have to decide. The first format that he might ask you is a letter format. The second format might be a memo format. He might ask you to prepare a memo, a report, press release, project, initiation, document, presentation slide, so on and so forth. Right? Briefing paper, obviously. Briefing paper. But the thing is that the professional marks still not come to an end over here as well. Now, in order to showcase, in order to get these 20% marks, you have to decide 4 things. 4-way method. Now, I normally call this as my method of answering this question. It's known as 4-way method. 4-way method says that firstly, you will be deciding whenever you are reading any requirement of your paper, you will be deciding who are you. For example, the examiner might ask that you are the CEO of the company. You are an external consultant. You are the CFO of the company. So there might be different requirement. You are the CEO, you are the finance head of the company. You are the finance head of the company. So on and so forth. So the examiner might ask you, in order to answer this question, first question that you need to ask is, who are you? Second question that you need to ask, what professional skill. Now, these are the things that you have to do during your reading time is being asked. What are the professional skills that are being? I hope so that my writing is a bit understandable for you all. And what are the professional skills that is being asked? For example, you are being told that you will be showcasing communication skills. You are being told that you have to show your business acumen skills. You are being told that you have to take, you do not have to take any side. You have to be unbiased. That is skepticism. You are being told to evaluate both pros and cons, or you are being told to analyze the above given situation. This is the second way method. The third thing that you need to ask yourself is, what model or generic question? Is there any specific model that you can apply on the given scenario? For example, Potter 5 force model, for example, Pestel model, for example, risk heat map, for example, Tara model, for example, Boston matrix model, for example, Mendelow's matrix model, for example, any other given model. I know, I remember, I've learned all these models. I have been teaching this since way too long now. So what model? Or is it a generic question? Sometimes there is no model. Sometimes you just have to apply a SWOT analysis. Sometimes you just have to apply the pestle analysis. So is there any specific model that we will be applying, or we do not need any model and it will be a generic thing for all? And fourth question, I do not have space now over here. Can I move down? Yes. The fourth question that you are going to ask yourself is, whom are we communicating to? Now, whom are we communicating to? For example, you are being told by the examiner to draft a press release and to communicate to general public. You are being told by the company CEO to make a report on the financial matters and to communicate to the CFO of the company. You are being told to communicate with the CEO of the company. You are being told to write a letter to the external auditors of the company. You are being told to write a letter to the board of directors of the company. Now, why is it important to apply this four-way method in order to clear this exam? Now you will get the idea. For example, let me assume one thing. I am the person who is going to write this exam, and I am, let's suppose, an external consultant, and I have to write to the CFO of the company a report on company's financial performance. Now, I would like to ask this question from every one of you who is sitting right now in front of your computer screen to let me know what should be my methodology of writing this report to the CFO. Will it be moreover a theoretical based report, or will it be moreover a financial ratio analysis and a financial based approach? Tell me please. Financial ratio analysis and a financial oriented approach, right? Do you get what I'm trying to say? It will be moreover a numeric approach. It will be moreover a numeric approach. It will be moreover a number oriented approach. Okay, so CFO of the company, your financial situation is not good because your projection shows that your current ratio is not showing a good result. Your return on capital employed is not giving good amounts. Your return on equities are not good. You are having higher side of debts. Your debt to equity ratio is deteriorating. You have to use professional jargons, and you will be using your professional methodology in order to write your answers to the CFO of the company. Now, had it been the case that this specific person is now regarded as CEO, now let me know, will your report be more over a theoretical and showcasing the overall business environment, business culture, business futuristic approach, business strategies, what to do now, or will it be a financial ratio oriented or something like that? Let me know. Yes, please. What do you think? Now you are the same external consultant and you have to tell about the financial performance. Will it be more over a theoretical based qualitative approach? Yes, it will be a qualitative. It will now be the overall, the drawn eye view, the bird's eye view. It will be more over a strategical approach. Where to invest? Mr. CEO, the financial situation of the company shows a good result. You can invest into a new stream. So do you get my four ways approach? Yes, participants, please let me know. Do you understand what I'm trying to say when I say that there is a four way? I will upload this handout. I will upload this sheet on your group. I hope so. You all are added on the group. Okay. So I guess you know the four-way approach. Now, this is how we will work. Now, this is how we will work today. The methodology of my today's session will be that I will identify four ways approach along with you guys. You are going to let me help me in identifying the four ways approach, and we will, by the end of the day, we will have a good compilation of what this four-way approach has to tell us all about. So let's just quickly move towards our examination question. We have basically made the entire basis for our question, and we will have a good objective now in order to start. Now, my way of reading will be that I'll read out the entire question, and within that reading time, I will use the other sheet in order to classify 2 to 3 different things. We will be classifying whom we are, we will be classifying whom we are communicating to, we'll also notify what are the models that we are going to apply, and I'll also notify what are the professional marks that we need to attain. Remember, Sir Bilal is saying that there should be, there would be, and there obviously be 20% professional marks. So we need to identify those 20% marks. See, remember one thing. If you are gaining those 20% marks means that you need just 30 marks to pass your exam. You just need 30 marks to pass your exam if you are able to gain those 20% marks. The technical part, out of 80, you need 30 marks to clear your exam, and out of those 20, you can easily get 20% full marks. If not full, try to achieve 70 to 80% marks out of those cash marks. Do you get this? Everyone is crystal clear about what I have said right now? Yes, please. If one or two can, just quickly reply me so I can move forward. Okay, let's move forward. Good. Okay, so now I'm reading out the entire question, and let's just quickly go through this question. Okay, so it says, I'm going to read, I'm going to highlight, I'm going to write, I'm going to make this paper as dirty as possible. It says over here, Highlight Hotel is a listed. Now, the first thing that is very important to me, it says that it's a listed company, hotel chain located in the country of D-land. Okay, this is located in the country of D-land. D-land has developed economy which has experienced strong growth in last 15 years. So it is being experiencing strong growth in the last 15 years. D-land has also highly developed the tourism industry. So now these are the things that I need to have when I'm writing my answer. Sorry. Highlight competitive advantage. They have a competitive advantage as well. Is built on its highly competitive pricing. Good. They have got good pricing strategy. Whenever I talk about pricing strategy, so the things that come into my mind, sir, there are different types of pricing strategies. Price penetration, charging premium pricing. These are the different types of pricing strategy that the Highlight Hotel might have used. But this thing normally triggers me that, okay, pricing strategy, there are different types. Okay, now we have started reading this paper according to my time at 10 o'clock. So you can also, keep an eye on the watch, and we'll quickly move forward there. And this has been a significant factor in its current position. as the leading hotel brand in D-Land. Highlight normally attract those travelers. No, 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 no. You have to go through the way the paper has been given. You have to go through the way the paper has been given. Just wait, because it is just one or two paragraph, after which we will be going for the highlighting. Is using model mandatory in the examination? No, using of model is not mandatory, but basically usage of model facilitate you to answer your paper in a more structured format. See, it is just like when you are playing cricket. It's just like when you are playing cricket and you are wearing helmet against a fast bowler. So this means that you are applying a model. I hope so you understand what I'm trying to say. If it's like if you are not wearing a helmet, this means that you have greater chances of getting hit by the ball. This means cricket hurts. Okay. Okay, so this means that let's suppose if I say that you are applying a model, this means that you are wearing a helmet against the bouncer of the examination team that is being given to you. You have more chances of passing it because you are applying a model. But if you do not apply that model, this means that you are going for a risky approach. Obviously, if no model is being applied, it's a very generic question. You can go by the generic formats, but make sure that try finding out relevant models in between. Yes, it's same as during driving a car with GPS. True, very true. Okay, let's move forward. And uh, you're welcome. This has been a significant factor in the current position as the leading hotel brand in D-Lane. Highlight normally attract those travelers seeking no frills accommodation at a reasonable price, and such is referred to as budgets. Now, what do you understand by the word no frill, sir? When he have used no frill word, this means, what do you understand by the word no frill? Can anyone explain, please? Yes, no frill means, let me write it over here. No frill means charging lower price. Low price. That's something great. Good. No brand, no loyalty. People are not brand conscious. They are price conscious. Every highlight hotel room provide an in-suite washroom or bathroom. Yes. TV and free Wi-Fi. I hope so. This paper is very visible to you all. If you want me, I can increase the size of it, but I guess it's okay. TV and free Wi-Fi. Internet access, and each hotel offer complimentary breakfast services as well. Each hotel is offering a complimentary breakfast services as well. However, highlight hotels do not provide additional services such as bars. They're not providing bars. They do not provide restaurant or leisure facility. Obviously, when they are charging competitive prices, they are going for no frill strategy, so they do not offer premium services. Every highlight hotel has a similar layout and design and are mostly located at airports, city centers, location close to major transport route such as D-Line main road network and train station. This means that they are targeting the lower income earner individuals because they are within the city centers, near airport or train station. Highlight was founded 40 years ago, beginning with two hotels in the capital city of Dealand. Since then, it has grown significantly, operating 510 hotels, approximately 46,000 rooms by the end of 2007 and 2008 financial year. Note that highlight financial year end at 30th June. It is now the largest hotel chain in terms of number of hotels in D-Lane. Since it was founded, all the highlight growth has been achieved organically. Sir, can you let me know what does it mean when I say organic growth? Can someone explain me, please? Yes, please. What do you understand by the word organic growth? Is it something that grows on trees? Yes, very good. All those students who have been taking regular classes from me, you must be very well aware of when I say an organic growth, it means that you are not going for acquisition, you are not going for mergers, you are not going for strategic alliances, you are growing internally, you are earning profit. Yes, business existing growth. You're earning profit, reinvesting it, then earning, then reinvesting. From two hotels you started making 510 hotels. So there's, this means continuous struggle means you're improving. Yes, very good. With investment being gradually made in new highlight branded hotels each year throughout dealing, although it is currently leading hotel brand in dealing in terms of the market share. Highlight faces what is something that highlight facing. Highlight faces fierce competition from several home based and international hotel chains. Okay, so this means that is the reason why Highlight is going for a competitive pricing strategy. Good to go with Highlight. In the last 10 years, Highlight has made significant investment in web-based technology. You remember what web-based technology is? He's going for a web-based technology. This means that they might be introducing some e, let's suppose e-marketing strategy or some e, what do I call it? Some e-business strategies, ticketing strategies as well, which has resulted over 75% room booking in 2007 and 8 financial year. This means that in 2007 and 8, which basically this question is talking about, we have booked 75% of our hotel rooms being completed through the Highlight website. Through website, Highlight operate with low number of staff in each hotel, but the staff in these hotels are highly trained to provide. So this means that Highlight is investing huge amount of money in human capital as well. Excellent customer services. Highlight valued staff highly and strongly committed to staff development and retention. So they have got a good retention policy. This means if you are being asked by the CFO of the company to prepare the finance to prepare a report, you can use this word that the labor turnover of Highlight seems to be at a good position. Yes, Highlight pays above the D-line national minimum wage. This is something which is costly, isn't it? Yes, 3 extended P's of marketing services is being achieved. This is something that seems to be costly. Okay, so minimum wage in order to encourage staff commitment and loyalty. This is something costly. You are the senior business analyst working within. Now let me change something. You are the senior business analyst. Number one, you are working within the business analysis department of Highlight. Okay. You report to the chief business analyst who report directly to the finance director. That is something amazing. You report directly to the finance director on the wider range of business and strategic issues. Wider range of business and strategic issues. Now, one thing, remember, there can be two different situations given to you. Who are you is the four-way strategies first question. You might be told that you are one job description holder for entire paper, as is the case in this scenario, as is the case in this scenario. Or you might be told different job description holders for different questions. For example, in question number one, you might be told that you are the senior analyst. In question number two, there might be a question saying, let's suppose you are the CFO of the company, you are the external consultant of the company. So in this question, I see the first type being. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? Are we all clear up till now? Please let me know. Guys, are we all clear up till now? Okay, that's great. Let's move forward. I'll share my YouTube channel link as well. I'll share my new topic video as well. There is a new topic video. Last attempt, it included big data analytics and all other factors. So I'll share that video with you all. Okay, so it says the following exhibit. Sorry. Let's move forward. The following exhibit should be used to undertake okay. The following exhibit should be used to undertake the tasks asked to you by the chief business analyst and the finance director. Okay. The chief business analyst statement, a report on performance for the year ended 30th June 2008. Exhibit number 2 says highlight industry hotel report, fact sheet relating to highlight proposed acquisition targets, D-line daily newspaper article, extract of a senior management team briefing, add board minutes meeting for November 2000. We have identified whom you are. We have identified whom you are. That is the first method in the four-way strategy, right? Now, let's move forward. It says the case requirements are included in the task below. The Board of Highlight is currently looking to develop the Highlight business model in Vilendia, a developing country with good growth potential. However, as operating in different countries would be a new strategic direction for Highlight, the finance director has stated that before any such strategy is considered, it is important to understand the key factors in its home country of D-Land which have driven Highlight success. So finance director is going against the acquisition plan. They are going against the business model plan. Finance director is not of the view that we should go for this thing. Okay, that's good for the finance director. Requirement. The chief business analyst has asked you to prepare a briefing note. See, question number 1. Question number 2 has been identified whom we are. We are the business analyst. What are we preparing? We are preparing briefing note for the finance director for consideration at the next board minute meetings, which discusses the key factors which have been enabled Highlight to be successful in the home country of D-Land. So you have to find out some of the factors. Now, I guess that it can be written in a generic format. Still, I've not read the entire paper right now, but I guess it can be written in a generic format because it does not seem to be applying something good. But still, we can apply sort model, we can apply pestle model if things goes by our side. Professional marks are available for demonstrating analysis skills. Okay, so we have identified third thing, and we are reporting to whom are we reporting? We are reporting to the business analyst. We are being told that you have to showcase your analysis skills, and you are writing to the business analyst, the head of your department. In investing and considering information from a range of different sources. The Board of Highlight has identified an existing chain of hotel called Comfy Stay. Yes, please. SFA can also be applied since it depends. Let me just read it out first and then we'll see. Comfy Stay located in Vilendia, which it is considering acquiring. The chief business analyst has passed you fact sheet which he prepared containing data relating to the proposed acquisition. Now, it says that there is fact sheet that is being passed to you and you have to answer in accordance with that fact sheet that is being given to you right now in front. The requirement says using that fact sheet, refer to the above and other relevant information prepare a report for the finance director. Now, can anyone let me explain me, will this report be moreover of a numeric report or will it be moreover of a theoretical and a qualitative report? Yes, please. Will it be moreover a numeric report? Yes, obviously it will be a numeric report because you are writing to the finance director. So using the fact sheet above and other relevant information, prepare a report. This is the second thing that we have identified. For the finance director, obviously, for the finance director of the company. So by finance director, I mean that you're writing it to the finance director, which evaluation skills are being tested in the proposal to acquire the comfy stay hotel chain. Professional marks are available for demonstrating evaluation. Whenever I say evaluation, remember it means pros and cons. In presenting a balanced, it says balance and an objective appraisal to the relevant information relating to the proposed acquisition of the comfy stay hotel chain. This means that it seems that there is something which relates to financial data, and we might be using our ratio analysis. We might be using a ratio analysis in this regard, right? But it is just a calculated guess. Okay, so what do you mean by analysis skills? So analysis skills mean, sorry, there's a question that a student is asking me right now. What do you mean by analysis skills? Analysis skills mean that you are just analyzing the situation that is being asked. Just writing the situation in your own words. Explaining the situation in more details. Analysis means explanation of the situation in more detail. Nothing more, nothing less. No conclusions, no taking sides, not showing biasness. Just analyzing the situation in a more detailed way. It is just like that when an IFR is being written, it is written in one of the most difficult language, and there is a book by the name of Gripping IFRS, which gives a more detailed analysis of what has been written in IFRS. So it's just like that the situation is being written. You have to analyze by using a model, just analyzing the situation that okay, now these are the factors that are being included. I'll show you what the answer of analysis, and I'll show you the answer. I'll write the answer of all these questions. Not to worry. Now, following a subsequent decision by highlight board, the proposed, let's move forward. The proposed acquisition of comfy stay hotel chain has recently been announced to D-line stock market, and generally the market has reacted positively to the announcement. However, there has been some negative press report in the D-line newspaper, daily newspapers, about the proposed acquisition, criticizing the highlight, criticizing the highlight. This means that there has been some negative news as well. You are facing criticism right now. That is something bad, but obviously where business is, criticism is something which is mandatory, right? The chief executive of Highlight is very concerned about these and have asked the business has asked the business analysis team to consider Highlight's response. Now, required prepare a draft press release. Okay, so we are. Can you all hear me? Is my voice clear to every one of you? So you are preparing a draft press release. You're preparing a draft press release to the criticism, assessing the social and environmental impact. Social and environmental impact. Can you relate to the model? Basically, we have chosen a model and we have identified two different headings from that model. Can anyone please just quickly name the model which he wants us to apply? Not the entire model, but just two different headings. It is basically the pestle model. It is basically the pestle model, and he has just chosen social and environmental factors, nothing more, nothing less. Impact on highlight, yes. Impact of highlight proposed investment in Bill India with a view of reassuring its stakeholders of highlight intention to maintain its high principle and standard in acquiring the Comfy Stay hotel chain. Professional marks are available for demonstrating communication skills in clarifying and conveying relevant information to highlight stakeholders. So you have to communicate. Now remember, whom are you? You are the business analyst. Now let me tell you one thing, very interesting thing. Majority of students fail when it comes to communication. Now you have to criticize. Criticism does not mean that you are wrong, that is not something right, you should not have done, you have deteriorated the environment, the overall societal values have been finished by you guys. No. Criticism can be positive and negative. Remember? See, whenever I'm being told to have, yes, whenever I'm being told to use communication skills, this means that I am going and I'm assessing the overall environment and making a better qualitative impact. Not just getting the point, writing the points into my answers. You have to write valid criticisms. This is how your communication skills are going to work in clarifying and conveying relevant information to highlight stakeholder. I hope so that I am visible to you all as well. Let's move forward. It says, although highlight stakeholders have generally responded favorably to the proposed acquisition of the Comfy Stay hotel chain, Highlight Board is considering how it should effectively communicate with all the key stakeholders to ensure that they understand the strategic decision direction of the business. The finance director have recently asked the board to consider the use of integrated reporting in assisting in this communication and in building relationship with highlights key stakeholders. Okay, the finance director has asked you to provide a briefing note which she will use to assist her discussion with highlight board members, which assesses the role and benefit of integrated reporting. Can someone just quickly let me know what integrated reporting is? Yes, please. Can someone just quickly let me know what integrated reporting is? Come on. Financial and non-financial reporting. It is not just about six capital. It is not just those six capital. There are many other factors as well. It might include financial factors. It might include non-financial factors. Not just the six capital approach. Not just the six capital approach. Now, this is where people fail. This is where people do not get the right answer. Remember, this is not just the six capital approach. There might be other factors as well. Okay, let's move. Social and environmental factors, other factors as well. Integrated reporting and assisting effective communication and in building relationship with the highlight key stakeholders. Professional marks are available for demonstrating evaluation. Again, we have been asked 2 times to evaluate in the entire paper. Strategies and mission. In using the appropriate professional judgment to assess how useful integrated reporting could be to the stakeholders of highlight. Okay, so we are going, majority concentration will be on six capital, but six capital is not the only thing that we will concentrate upon. Let's move. Okay. At the most recent board meeting of highlight, a discussion occurred on the potential threat of disruptive technology. Now, this is something that relates to big data. This is something that relates to disruptive technologies and so on and so forth. Technology in the hotel industry. Following this meeting, the chief executive has requested further information for the board. Have requested further information for the board. Have requested further information for the board on this issue. The chief business analyst has asked you to write a report for the next board meeting, which discusses the potential challenges to highlight posed by the development of the disruptive technology which are emerging in the hotel industry. And highlight potential application of disruptive technology. Basically, this is the time when I'm explaining you as well. So obviously, I will not be able to complete it within 1 hour, but you guys should complete within 1 hour. So yes, half an hour has already passed, but I'm explaining everything in between, so it takes more time than the stipulated time. Of disruptive technology, which may be considered by high. Professional marks are available for demonstrating professional marks are available for demonstrating skepticism. What do you mean by skepticism? Skepticism means neither take side and neither to consider a person to be good nor to consider a person to be bad, be unbiased. In probing and challenging the opinions that are available, opinions of the board. Now, the next question is, at the board meeting, the finance director presented information of 3 risks in highlights current information system environment, and the board has requested further analysis of these risks. The finance director has asked you to prepare 3 presentation slides. Oh, that is something good by the finance director. 1 for each risk. Identify and accompanying notes for the next board meeting, assessing the potential outcome of each of the information system risks identified by the finance director. This is a question that relates to risk, and recommend action for each risk, which highlight should take in order to control these risks. Professional marks are available for demonstrating commercial acumen skills and demonstrating insight and understanding of the information system risk and controls. Good. So yes, we are done with the requirement. Now let me quickly move towards the exhibits. Chief Executive Report on Performance, year ended 30th June 2008. In highlight, we have created DLAN's most popular hotel brand. It is the strength of our brand, along with our superb hotel staff who deliver great service every day, which underpins our success and is a key driver for our future growth. We continue to deliver a market-leading customer experience by focusing on the quality of our service, the best choice of location, and great value for money. Through our network of 510 hotels, almost 46,000 rooms, we offer customer the widest choice of location, 20% more than our nearest competitor. This means that our guests are able to stay closer to their destination, which is important to both our business and leisure customer. Another year of strong sales and profit. What are the models for his businesses? This is something good of strong sales and profit. This year has been another successful year of highlights with record level of customer satisfaction. How do you know that customers are satisfied? I don't know what he's saying. This has helped us to achieve sales growth. Obviously, is growing, so this means that the customers are satisfied, leading to a rise in profit and strong returns for our shareholders. We now employ almost 11,000 people working across our 510 hotels and head office. In the financial year of June 2008, total sales grew by 9.1% on the previous year to $1,072 million. we achieved 9.5% growth in our underlying pre-tax profit and $206 million. And this growth is profit. Sorry, this growth in profit has produced a strong operational cash flows, which has supported. Why is he saying strong operational cash flows? Because he wants to invest his amount of money in comfy stay hotel chain. Remember, every word will have a meaning. Which has supported capital investment in the business. Total hotel room occupancy remained high as we finished this year with an average room occupancy of 79.5%. That is something amazing. You are finishing this year at a very good rate. A continued commitment to invest. There is a continuing growth of the budget hotel market as the luxury and mid-price sector continue to decline. We offer the widest choice of location in DLAN, the best value for money, and through investment in our site and hotel staff, a great product in the marketplace. This year we invested over 80 million on refurbishment as well as upgrading the customer's digital experience. Our website, highlighthotel.com, welcomes 80% of our customers. We choose to book directly, who choose to book directly with us, giving us significant competitive advantage. However, the environment in which we operate is evolving. Competitors' dynamics are changing through both traditional and disruptive channels. Customers are demanding more value and greater quality. Technology is developing quickly, especially digitally, and with cost structure under pressure, there is a growing need to focus on productivity and efficiency. In order to continue to be successful in the future, we will need to invest to extend our current capabilities and also build the new ones. So this is something that the CEO has generally given us. Room occupancy rate is an industry standard KPI. Oh my God. What do you understand by KPI? What do you understand by KPI? Yes, please. What do you understand by KPI? Why is he saying this line? Can anyone explain, please? Come on, fast. Key performance indicator. Yes, he is saying that the room occupancy, which shows 80%, shows that our key performance indicator, which shows that the percentage of available rooms or bed being sold for a certain period of time. The standard formula used is room sold divided by room available, multiplied by 100, obviously, when it comes to percentage. Can we write KPIs without CSF? No. Critical success factors indicates our KPIs. So key performance indicators. Now, can anyone explain these? When the question says commitment to shareholders, commitment to staff, commitment to customers, commitment to environment, is he talking about KPI or CSF? There are 4 measures. Please write. Yes, very good, Mukhtar. Very good, Hammad. Very good. You are perfectly right. I hope so. Everyone participates so that let's make this reading time to be a bit interesting. Yes, these are the 4 factors on the basis of which the entire industry is evaluating. These are the critical success factor. Why are we going to be successful? That is indicated within these 4 factors. That is commitment to our shareholders, commitment to our customers. CSF are the KPI in this question. Yes. Commitment to our staff, commitment to the environment. Now, he is saying, how much have we achieved? Within these CSF, what are our KPIs, key performance indicators? So let's look at this. Revenue growth, targeted was 8%. We achieved 9.1%. This means that we have gone way above our target. We have gone way above our target. Pre-tax profit, 9.5%. Okay, recording, yes, recording will be available, but my suggestion would be to kindly, you know, do it right now, but still it's up to you. Yes, I will make the recordings available. You are unable to sit and take class. Okay. Staff retention rate 55%, but we were able to retain only 52% of our staff. So we have deteriorated in this sense. This is not something good. We were not able to achieve the target. 6.2 training days per employee, although our target was 5.5, something good, something relevant, something which is very relevant in this regard. Commitment to the customers, customer satisfaction is 91.6%. Our targeted satisfaction was 90%. Customers return visit is 47%. Target was 45%. CO2 reduction is 2.4%. Way below the way better than the target one. That is 3%. We were no. This is something deteriorating. This is something not good. We had a target of that we can reduce the customers, we can reduce the CO2 emission, but we were only able to reduce it up to 2.4%. Recycling of 85%, and the targeted recycling area or benchmark was the 83%. So yes, there are two bad situations where we were not able to comply, and there are 4 to 5 good situations which we were easily able to go above our targets. Focus for the future. We have identified 4 key strategic themes to ensure the continued success of our brand. There are 4 key strategic themes. Focus on the growth and innovation in our core highlight business. We must continue to develop our market-leading customer focus with further product innovation and consistent delivery of quality, service, and value. So it says that we are totally dependent upon the quality. We provide qualitative services. We are providing better amount of qualitative services, and we are making sure that qualitatively we are ensuring something that goes better, something that makes good for us, something that relates to the future strategic models, something which make the core business of highlight to be a better one. Then it says that we must continue to develop our market leading customer focus with further product innovation and consistent delivery of quality, service, and value. Innovation is vital to our future success. We must improve our digital capabilities to ensure we stay ahead in this rapidly changing environment. Focus on our strategy to grow internationally. There are exciting market opportunities for establishing the highlight brand outside D-Land. As international growth is a new area of development for highlight, we will need to focus our resources on the best opportunities which will produce the highest return and match high expectation of quality, value for money, and commitment to staff and sustainability. Focus on supporting future growth through investment in technology and staff. To deliver long-term sustainable returns, we must invest for the long term to ensure we have the skills to become more agile in digital capabilities and build efficient and sustainable infrastructure. We are committed to creating a great place to work with a strong commitment to equality and diversity. We will continue to commit our staff development programs. We welcome the introduction of a new deal in national living wage, which we implemented 6 months in advance of the government launch date. Focus on the sustainability. We will continue to build on our focus and reputation of operating as sustainable, environmentally friendly business. We are committed to continued development and investment in sustainability and environmental management system to reduce our level of wastage, decrease our CO2 emission, and work towards becoming a carbon neutral business. Over the next 3 or to 4 years, we will need to upgrade our system and infrastructure to improve our sustainable position. All of our staff will continue to be trained in environmental management and sustainability awareness, and target will continue to be set for every hotel to encourage sustainable behavior. The name of the Chief Executive Director is BV. Baron in Vox. Deal Hotel Industry Report 2008. A challenging year for deal and hotel industry. Why? Let's look at this. By Professor RJ. As 2008 draws to close, it looks like it will be a largely positive year for many hotels in deal. But that does not mean business can become complicit. Tourism have continued to thrive in D-Land despite the continued global effect of the recession, with hotels seeing an average rise in visitors by over 8% in 2007. D-Land has a highly developed hotel in travel industry. Both online travel agents, OTAs, and traditional high street travel companies are thriving in Chile. Online hotel booking websites and price comparison sites are driving businesses to be more competitive and offer better and more flexible pricing options. Continued investment. This has a significant extent. This has to a significant extent being assisted by the dealer government continued investment in national infrastructure, particularly the new airport recently opened in Goria, Dealand's second largest city. This generated an additional of 2.5 million international visitors last year, approximately 80% of them visiting Dealand for leisure. In addition, both at national and regional level, investment has been high in road and rail networks. This has also led a growth in business activity in the economy, which in turn has created more opportunities and created a highly competitive environment. In 2008, two new national branded in 2008, two new national branded chains of hotels have opened in the main tourist centers of Dealand. National competition remains intense, and both Water Bay Leisure and ZZ Hotel groups, two of the Dealand's most long-established luxury hotel chains, have both gone out of the business this year. This is a stark warning for those Dealand's hotels who do not remain competitive in customer focus. It is clear that innovation is critical to the survival of hotel business, and technology continues to be a key driver in the marketplace. Most D-Land hotel chains are now offering online booking facilities, and as a minimum are developing online app for multiple platforms to enable guests to communicate and manage booking more effectively. Impact of stakeholders. D-Land travelers continue to be highly demanding leisure and business customers, expecting high standard but also good value for money. A recent survey of online hotel customers clearly indicated that 70% would shop around for the best deal in the business location. The hotel and travel industry was hit hard in many countries by recession, and a number of hotel and travel companies went out of the business. However, those which survived did so by focusing on customer need and operating efficiently. The government also continues to value the hotel and travel industry. Nearly half of the universities in D-Land offer travel and tourism qualification, which are highly regarded throughout the region. The government has recently announced further investment and tax breaks for the employers, offering job creation scheme in a wide range of industry, including travel and tourism. Challenges in hotel industry for 2009 and beyond. Customers want an outstanding personalized experience. If the highlight industry in D-Land wants to deliver an outstanding individualized customer experience, it must understand customers' needs. This will be a challenge because customers' need are continually evolving and they are increasingly demanding personalized communication via multiple electronic platforms, excellence in delivery, as well as a demand for value for money. Recruiting and retaining the right people for the right jobs. Many of Beeland's hotels are finding it increasingly difficult to recruit and retain individuals with the right blend of interpersonal and technical skills. Developing and implementing an effective recruitment strategy and retaining skilled employees are difficult. Recent research shows that the hotel sector has some of the highest staff turnover rates of an industry. Average staff turnover rate per hotel in 2008 is likely to be as high as 60% per annum. It's very high. Then it says there is a little doubt that the changing competitive dynamics. Okay, although reading the paper seems to be a boring stuff, and that too being done by a teacher, but trust me, no teacher right now will be reading the entire paper in front of you, explaining every single small detail, and making sure that you guys are, uh, getting the right gist for the paper. So, although it might look boring, but this is important in order to, get the concept. So, don't just linger around. Keep yourself focused. Remember, if you are focused, you can clear this exam. So, this is although this seems to be boring, but trust me, after every boring stuff, there is something fruitful for you. So don't worry about this. Let's move. Because I felt that you guys might get bored because I am reading, I'm enjoying this, but obviously you guys are not reading. So let me continue now. Changing competitive dynamics. It's very important to read the paper in front of you so that you can get the best out of it. There is a little doubt that the competitive landscape is changing. One evident trend is increasing consolidation, especially among hotels. Now, it says that you need to consolidate. Different hotels should merge. Much of the merger and acquisition activity stems for the company's objective to gain market share and vertically integrate their product offerings. That is, business operating in a budget segment want to buy into the mid-range or luxury hotel segment and vice versa. The nature of competition itself is also challenging. New business models are emerging to meet the evolving customer need, as mentioned earlier, posing significant challenges to traditional hospitality businesses. For instance, the world's largest accommodation provider, Rent a Room, does not own a single room or any of the lodgings it advertises. Instead, it operates as an online marketplace, enabling travelers to lease or rent short-term lodging, including hotel rentals, homestays, and hotels. So, for many of the deal and hotel operators, these are exciting but challenging times, and those who survive will be those that keep up with the pace of change in the industry. Moving further, fact sheets relating to the highlight proposed acquisition target prepared by the chief business analyst of Highlight. Your head. Comfy Stay Hotel Chain. Key business industry data. It says Comfy Stay is a family run business which has lagged investment. I will give you break, but not right now. Which has lagged investment in the last 10 years. All 20 hotels in the chain have been in operation for over 18 years. Okay, so all these hotels are being into operation for over 18 years and are located in the main coastal resort of Vilendia. These are in premium location but with outdated facility. Oh my God. So you know that they are in outdated facility. Mid-range hotels, some of with additional leisure facility such as gyms and pools, not classed as budget hotel. Vilendia is 5,000 miles from Dealand. It has a developing economy but low wage rate, and there is some evidence of poor employment practices in the country. Some evidence of use of underage labor minor in the hotel industry has been found. While India has a thriving tourism industry. Key investment data. Now, obviously, key investment data shows that the revenues are constant in the first 2 years, but then it became constant. Nearly, they both are same in the next 3, 4, 5, as well as 6 years. So there is there is a massive incline in revenue when it comes to year three, but a very stagnant, a very nominal growth when it comes to year four, year five. In fact, no growth in 4, 5, and 6. Initial investment, refurbishment, training cost, operational cost. We have got the total cost, cash flows. It says the actual thing that we would want to see right now is the net present value. Although it's a positive net present value being shown in front of us, but let's look at the additional information. What does he have to tell us all about? It is expected that some of the D-Line's hotel manager would need to relocate to Villandia for approximately 3 to 12 months on a temporary basis to assist in training and staff development in the first year of operation, and will be required to carry out ongoing mentoring activities for the next 2 years. Finance for this investment would be available through a combination of equity and debt financing structure. Newspaper article following the recent announcement of Hilite to acquire Comfy Stay hotel chain in Villandia. D-Line Daily newspaper has Hilite hit a low. Business briefing, hotel news. Senior business reporter AJ Delling questions the motivation of Hilite latest business venture. Hilite Hotel recently announced that it was making an approach to buy the struggling Comfy Stay hotel chain in Villandia. Comfy Stay hotel owner, the DeWalt family, announced their intention to sell the business 3 months ago. Having seen revenues decline steadily in the last 3 years, its chief executive and founder, Anders DeWalt, admitted in an interview that last month that the family has failed to recognize and keep up with the investment demand of a modern hotel, but was confident that a new owner could revitalize the business. But is it potential acquisition by Hilite a positive move for the D-Lane-based budget hotel business? Reading its recently published chief executive statement, Hilite is a business which clearly prides itself on the value it places on its staff and maintaining strong employment rights. However, staff in Comfy Stay Hotel are currently paid well below the rate of pay earned by their equivalent staff in D. They also work longer hours per week with few employment rights, such as holiday or sick pay. Most of Comfy Stay staff are women who are offered few opportunities for training and staff development. In addition, Comfy Stay policy of only employing men as hotel manager and senior staff in its hotel would seems to be in stark constant to the strong focus on equality within the Hilite's employment practices. Staff pay and condition may not be the only concern for Hilite. Is it advisable to read all the exhibit at once or bit as per requirement? No, I would advise to read all the exhibit at once. Although you will not be remembering every information when you are writing the answer, but you can always revert back. I would advise to read the entire paper within 45 to 60 minutes and then move towards writing. But let's suppose by the end of 60 minutes, you say that you are unable to read the entire paper. Yes, what you can do in that situation, then you can stop reading and then move forward. But till the time 45 to 60 minutes are ended, you need to read the entire paper. Make sure that you are reading the entire paper till the time 45 to 60 minutes come to an end. Right? Now, what does it say? It says Reading. Okay. Reading is recently published. They also work longer hours per week with few employment rights such as holiday pay. We have done this. Staff pay and condition may not be the only concern for highlight. Comfy stay was fined by the government of Finlandia less than 2 years ago for polluting the local waterway in its main coastal tourist town with an outflow of untreated effluents. The cause was outdated waste and toilet facility, which it said would be addressed, but limited recent investment in the comfy stay hotel chain struggles otherwise. Suggest otherwise. Highlight will have to invest significant sum of money to make the hotel chain a viable and a sustainable part of its business. If it wishes to adhere to its high expectation for the environmental sustainability, if it wishes to do this, although India has a thriving tourism economy, which has in fact grown since the global economic recession, it is a country of limited environmental awareness. National recycling level are 50% less than the other countries in the region. And it's reported a CO2 emission are the worst in the region. So it says that the CO2 emission are the worst in the region. So why is the comfy stay hotel chain of interest to highlight? Because they are, the highlight companies buying them. Seemingly, foreign companies like Highlight wish to exploit. This is the viewpoint presented by the press release. Not a good one. Seems to exploit the low wage economy where poorly educated population is happy to be employment at whatever rate of pay, and when profit can be maximized by exploiting local and tourists alike with scant regard for the impact on its people or its environment. For an organization like Highlight, this must be a questionable, and some may suggest an unethical direction of development for Highlight. This is something which shows a negative news for Highlight. Extract of the Highlight senior management team briefing after an article was published in the Deal newspaper following an announcement of the proposed acquisition of Comfy Stay Hotel chain. Attendance: BV Chief Executive, JB Sales and Marketing Director, TM Operational Director, EF Finance Director. JB, I think we need to consider how we communicate such major strategic decisions, such as our proposed investment in Comfy Stay Hotel chain, more effectively to our wider stakeholders. TM, I'm not sure there is any need for this. We don't want to overreact to the recent article in the Daily News. Let's be realistic. Our shareholders are only interested in the bottom line. So as long as the Comfy Stay Hotel make them a profit, they won't care much about anything else. Our hotel customers likewise are really only interested in their own personal experience for the duration of their stay in one of our hotels. And do our hotel staff really care about more than how much they get paid and when the next day off is? BV, I disagree with you, Thoms. We must consider all the stakeholders and how we should communicate our activities to them. Both shareholders and customers are changing in their attitude and expectation of us, not only in the product and services we offer, but also in how we communicate with them. JB. Yes, I agree, Bernie. In particular, we should seriously consider how we report our social and environmental activities to our stakeholders. I believe I could I believe it could be a strategic advantage for us to do so. PM, strategic advantage? How? I just don't see what information would interest our stakeholders other than we are profitable and our prices are the most competitive in the market. We are the budget hotel and our strategic advantage is based on our price, not on communication of. useless information to our stakeholders? TF. TF. Actually, Toms, we have a wide range of stakeholders who are interested in a wide range of aspects of the business. Effective communication with them is critically important to us and them. My own opinion is that introducing integrated reporting would offer us the best solution in communicating and building relationship with our stakeholders. TM. But surely the press statement that we are going to release in response to the acquisition in the daily newspaper is satisfactory for all our stakeholders, isn't it? BB. Not all our stakeholders will see our press statement or have any idea about the proposed acquisition. TA. So why bother telling them what they don't need to know? BB. Okay, everyone. I think we need some further consideration of this. Elizabeth, could you please ask one of the business analyst team to provide us with some more information on the importance of communication with our stakeholders and the role that integrated reporting could play in assisting this communication? Okay. In assisting this communication. Exhibit number 6, board meetings minute, November 2008. Board members present, chairman, the head of the entire board, chief executive, the head of the executive team, finance director, operational director, sales and marketing director. Proceedings. Meeting called to order 2 p.m. by Mr. LC, that is the chairman. Opening statement. The chairman opened the meeting, stating that the meeting has been scheduled to discuss the challenges faced by Highlight in managing and developing its information system. He noted that he personally found a rapid development in information technology difficult to keep pace with, but was confident that the Highlight would develop appropriate response to these developments. Agenda item number 1. Agenda item number 1, disruptive technology. So they are giving you some of the information about disruptive technology as well. The first agenda, the first agenda item was introduced by GP, the sales and marketing director. Ms. Brown expressed her concern that the hotel concept is under threat as there have been more alternatives for customers to choose in a traditional hotel. In particular, she explained that the emergence of rental rooms and emailed the handout below to the board in advance to help the understanding of one of the biggest hotel chains. Explanation of rental. Rental room is to online marketplace which offer flexible hospitality, enabling guests to quickly and conveniently book short-term room lodging with third-party hosts. These include apartments, rentals, homestays, hostels room, hotel rooms, etc. Renter room receive a percentage service fee from both the guest and the host for every booking fee. It's just like an online service. It has over 2 million accommodation listing in 60,000 towns and cities. Note it doesn't own any of the lodging it is. Many of the hosts listed with hotel rental offer high-speed internet and Wi-Fi facility, plus extra such as web movies, and the price charged are often far lower than our hotel rooms. Mr. Thomas Mayer, Highlight Operation Director, stated his belief that the rental room concept is a limited threat to Highlight established business model. His opinion was that it's just people sleeping on the floor of a friend's house and reading their fridge in the morning. He's saying that rental room is just a foolish app that shows not a proper hotel, but just a friend's print in the morning. It's hardly what we offer. Customers want far more than that. He also expressed that his belief that this would be a short-lived phenomenon The threat from mental wound is clearly more of an if rather than a when. I think we should not overreact and just let this Mr. Elizabeth Fox, highlight finance director commented on that technology was likely to be a disruptive influence on the future of the hotel industry. She explained that modern travelers and primarily the millennials, these people born approximately 20 to 40 year age, are looking for value for money, flexibility, and the ability to manage their goals from booking through the flexible checkouts and via their smartphones. She also noted that smartphone apps are now being developed to enable smartphone to be used as an alternative to a key for door entry system. Other technological development in the hotel industry were discussed, including the emergence of online travel agencies and hotel comparison and booking sites, and the development of personalized technology such as smartphone apps, which provide guests with personalized services such as customized local offers from business partners, booking facility at local restaurants, cheap tickets for local attractions. Elizabeth Fox concluded the discussion with the statement that hotels can no longer simply rent rooms. We need to give the traveler more reason to book with us. The chief executive summarized by stating that highlight could not ignore disruptive technologies and that before any decision is made on how to react, highlight must assess the extent to this threat before identifying relevant response. Agenda item number two, information system risk and control. Now, this is something that specifically relates to operations. The finance director opened the discussion on control with the statement that although Highlight has invested significant amount of money on its website in the last few years, it has not developed a clear information system. Also, she expressed her concern that control and management of the risk to its IT and information system environment have been adequately addressed. The chairman commented that Highlight has not experienced any breaches of its information system and that therefore we must be doing something better. The finance director presented to the board what she considered to be three key information systems consideration in the slide. Appendix 1 below. The finance director recommended that these risks should be prioritized and that Highlight must take action to control. The finance director presented Appendix 1. Action to be addressed before the next board meeting, identify the challenges posed by disruptive technologies, and recommend application of disruptive technologies by Highlight. Identifying appropriate action to control Highlight information system environment and investigate the possibility of recruiting and IT cost control and three. Information risk, key consideration, lack of focus on strategy, weak focus on IT and IS strategy, weak strategic leadership of our IT and IS development, limited support for IT and IS strategy at board level, cyber and data security, information system, latest cyber security, lack of appropriate internal physical and access control, business continuity threat, insufficient planning for business continuity, lack of awareness at board level of the importance of I have been able to conclude different things right now in front of me by reading this entire and you will also be seconding my opinion. Let me tell you what. The first thing that I have concluded is that there might be around 5 to 6 requirement in this question. Now, when I say that there are 5 to 6 requirements, This means that it seems that around 2 to 3 requirement relates to entire paper, that is exhibits. But the remaining 2 to 3 requirement relates to one on one. For example, over here it says, let me show you an example. For each risk identified. So where are the risks identified? The risks were identified right at the last exhibit. Right at the last, in the last exhibits, these are the risks that are being identified. These are the risks that are being identified. This means that there are around 2 to 3 requirements that relates to one-on-one exhibit. Now, the situation is, if I read all 14 pages within 45 to 60 minutes, I'm good to go with. That is something good. But what if I'm unable? Then you can always skip the last exhibit, and you can always skip the last exhibit and start writing questions, because right at the end, when you are left with 10 to 15 minutes, you will be left with one question that relates to the last exhibit. So you just need to read the last exhibit, around 15, 10 to 15 lines, and you can always start writing. First 2 to 3 requirements might relate to 2, 3, 4 exhibits as well. But last requirement relates to one-on-one specific exhibit. So this is how the things are going to, work in this way. So do you all get this? Do you all get what I'm trying to explain right now in front of you? Yes, please. Can 2, 3 people please respond to my question? Wait. What about others? Yes, Hamad, another participant who are available right now. Now, one thing that I would want you all to do right now. Now, I guess you all are included. You all are included in the group that I have made. I guess you all are there in the group that I have made. So my request is that I'm sharing this paper. Yes, the requirement are in sequence with the exhibit. My request to you all is that right now I'm sharing this paper. You can also download it from your website of ACCA. I'm giving my number over here as well. So what we will be doing next is, what are we going to do now? My request is that you don't have to write the entire paper. Just do one thing. Read the requirement once again. Number 2, write down pointers of your answer. And number 3, then see my answer. Are we all ready to do this? Can you invest next 15-20 minutes in writing down pointers for your answer? Yes, please. Are we all committed right now? We want to clear this. If yes, please let me know. Can we do this exercise right now? It will just take 15-20 minutes or maximum 30 minutes for you all to write pointers of all requirement as to what are you going to write in those questions, and then I will show you my written answer and we will discuss about that answer. Discussion of my answer will take around 30 minutes. You can take 30 minutes to write your answer. So please let me know, are we all committed? Do you want to do this exercise or not? Yes, please. Come on, guys, I need a response from you all. Do you want to do this exercise? Read requirement once again. Write down the pointers for your answers, and then we'll move forward. Yes, I need response from every one of you. There are only 2 students who are saying that, okay, we want to do this. Come on, everyone should write within the chat option. Good, good, good. Move, move. More replies. Okay, so great. Now, I'm giving you next 25 minutes. Now, in next 25 minutes, I will not talk any single word. You can stay on the meeting. This meeting is going on. After next 25 minutes, I will show you my answer. Within those next 25 minutes, grab a register. I'm sharing the highlight hotel question with you on the group. Grab a register, write down pointers of the requirement, and then move. I'll show you my answer. Good. Okay, so you can start your exercise now. I'm closing my mic as well as my video. You can start doing the question, and I'm sharing the question with you. Okay, so welcome back, guys. Have you all done? Completed, better? Please let me know if you have completed. Are you done with the pointers? Yes, please. Good. Can we discuss my answer now? What about others? Good. So may I discuss my answer now with you? Okay, let me discuss. Okay, now this is the answer that I have written in front of you. I will also share this answer with you all so that you can, let me show you my answer. So that you can basically have a better knowledge of what you should have written. But the first question relates to the briefing note, and it says that FOA, that is for the attention of finance director from senior business consultant. Subject: highlight success factor in B-Line. You need to highlight success factor because it said that first we need to identify what are the successful factors within our company, and then we can go for the acquisition. Are you all there? First, please let me know. Otherwise, this discussion is going to go into vain. Okay. Okay. Great. 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 Let's move. It says, okay, I have written some pointers as well, and I have also written this answer on the ACCA examination platform that is being given to you all, so that you know I can write a well-versed answer. It says that you are the finance director of the company, and while writing the answer, just a minute, let me insert the charger of my laptop. Okay, so over here it says that you have to strictly follow the rules of spelling mistake makes examiner piss off. No spelling mistakes should be there. Sorry. No spelling mistakes should be there. Make sure that you are not doing spelling mistakes. Remember, while writing the answer on the ECCA platform, there is an issue. It's not like Word. It is not like Microsoft Office. You have to write the answer, and there will be no auto correction option being given to you. So you will not be given with an auto correction option. So make sure the answer that you are writing is perfect in terms of spellings. Then it says the briefing paper note discusses the key factors which have enabled. Okay, so the briefing paper notes discusses the key factor which have enabled highlight to be successful in its home country. Now you can see the subject of the briefing paper. You can see the introductory line of the briefing paper. It's very short and marks given. Key factors. You have to identify key factors. Currently, the world is in deep economic recession, but tourism has continued to thrive in D-Land. First, introduce what you are trying to say. With hotels seeing an average of rise of in with hotels seeing an average rise in visitor by over 8% on 2007. D-Land has developed economy and a highly developed tourism industry, which was experienced strong growth in the last 15 years, and there has been and there is also a continuing growth of the budget hotel market as the luxury and mid-price sector continue to decline. We are the leading budget hotel in D-Land and we offer customer the widest choice of location. So now this is basically identifying the key factors of you being successful in this industry, such as hotel mostly located at airport, number one, city centers, location and close to major transport routes, such as D-Land main road network and train station, 20% more than our nearest competitor. This means that our guests are able to stay closer to their destination. Further, we have made significant investment in web-based technology, which has resulted in over 75% of the room booking in the 2007 and 8 financial year being completed through the Hilite website. Also, D-Land government has done recently an investment in national infrastructure, particularly the new airport recently opened in Boria, which is the D-Land's second largest city. This generated an additional 2.5 million international visitors last year, approximately 80% of them visiting D-Land for leisure. Furthermore, we are much more concerned about staff development and we are paying above the D-Land national minimum wage in order to encourage staff commitment and loyalty. And therefore, we have seen that our staff is highly motivated and these highly trained staff provide excellent. Yes, I have copy pasted some of the areas, but not all. Therefore, we have seen that because this is a question that requires some copy pasting. This is a specific question that requires some copy pasting. And therefore, we have seen that our staff is highly motivated and these highly trained staff provide excellent customer services, which resulted in an overall customer satisfaction. The government also continues to value the hotel and travel industry because half of the universities in D-Land offer travel and tourism qualification, which are highly regarded throughout the region, and thus it has also contributed in the overall success. This has also contributed in the overall success. No, over here, no model could have been written because it does not seem that there is any right model being required right now, right? So let me move forward. Then it says, so I have written the answer for the first part. Now the most interesting one is this one that I have written in front of you. We had decided that we are going to apply the SFA model when it comes to part B of the question. Yes, it is obviously, I'm explaining the answer right now. I'm explaining you the answer. So you are writing the report to the finance director from the senior business consultant, evaluation of the proposal. Now remember one thing, we have to apply a model over here as suggested previously, as suggested when I was reading the entire paper, that we are going to apply suitability, feasibility and acceptability model when evaluating the proposal. And it seems that we can apply that model because Comfy Stay hotel chain, we are acquiring that hotel chain, and while we are acquiring that hotel chain, we know that there are certain financial factors and other non-financial factors to be talked about. So it says that this report evaluates the proposal to acquire Comfy Stay hotel chain located in India by using suitability, feasibility and acceptability model. So I have chosen the suitability, feasibility and acceptability model. And on the basis of this model, I'm going to decide if this model is going to give me a better answer or not. If this model is a better model or not. So let's decide. So suitability, I have discussed in my regular classes and I have been stating this again and again. there is a stark warning for those deal and hotels which do not remain competitive. So suitability means and customer focus as the competition in the deal and remains intense. So suitability means that when you are acquiring a company, you have to offer them at a lower price, that is price competitive rates. When you are acquiring comfy stay hotel chain, you have to offer them the services at a competitive market pricing. So focus as a competition in the deal and remain intense, and both Waterpay Leisure and ZC Hotel Group, two of the deal's most long-established hotel chain, have both gone out of the business. Why have they gone out of the business this year? This shows that the dealer is not enough for Hilite to highly dependent only upon. So it says that because there are two bigger chains that went out of the business, that went out of the market, so deal depending upon Hilite will not give a fruitful result. Further, as Comfy Stay Hotel is a mid-range and there is a business which are going to look for merger and acquisition, business operating in this budget segment want to buy the mid-range or luxury hotel segment and vice versa. So from market point of view, it's a good opportunity. So see, I have given my opinion as well. In suitability, I have justified my opinion basically. When I say it's a good opportunity, this means that I have justified my opinion. I am saying that you should buy Comfy Stay Hotel chain because it's a mid-range hotel and not a luxury hotel with some good luxurious segments that are being offered. So you can have a good opportunity in buying it. Wieland is just 5,000 miles away from Wieland. So in suitability, there are certain demand and other important diamond factors that you need to showcase. 5,000 miles from Wieland, which means that it is not too far from Wieland. Further, it has a developing economy and has a thriving tourism industry as well. So there is a developing economy, there's a thriving tourism industry. So Wieland seems to be, the Comfy Stay Hotel chain seems to be a good investment from Wieland. The hotel of Comfy Stay Hotel chain are also in premium location, mostly located in most coastal resort of Villandia. Such some with additional leisure facility such as gyms and pools. This show that there is a good opportunity to invest in this project. So again, I have analyzed 4 to 5 things. And while analyze, sorry, I guess this was the evaluation question. Part B was the evaluation question, right? Let me see. Yes, so I have basically evaluated. Now you can see over here, then when I say evaluation, I am given pros and cons along with my opinion. I've been giving pros and cons along with my opinion. So this seems to be a very good evaluation from my point of view. Again, now let's move towards feasibility. Okay, now I need to ask you something. Can someone tell me where do we write the financial matters when we are going for an acquisition strategy? Can someone tell me, most importantly, if you are from my regular batch, can you please let me know where in under which heading do we write the financial analysis if we are going for an acquisition strategy? Okay. So yes, let's look at this. Before taking any decision to acquire Comfy Stay hotel chain, it needs to be considered that all of Hilite growth has been achieved organically within D-Land. Is it feasible to buy? Is it feasible to buy the hotel chain or not? This is a question that comes into my mind. This is a question that comes into my mind. Is it feasible to buy the hotel chain or not? So yes, it says before taking any decision to acquire the complete stay hotel chain, it needs to be considered that all the highlight growth has been organically achieved and within dealing with investment being gradually made in the new highlight branded hotel each year throughout the year. This means that we have no prior experience of acquisition. This point basically helped me in gaining marks outside dealing, and we have also achieved success through only organic, though only organic. Sorry. However, we are leading budget hotel brand in Dealand, and it is also the largest hotel chain. So it seems that we have the capability of how to run the hotel chain. So we have the capability, but we have no prior experience of acquiring another hotel brand. Sorry, I'm eating something. We also use technological advancement as in the last 10 years. So the financial knowledge, where are we going to write the financial knowledge? We are going to write financial knowledge of acquiring company under the heading of acceptability. Why are we writing the financial data, financial analysis under acceptability? Because we need to evaluate if the model is acceptable or not. If it shows a black and white figure, for example, the model says positive in terms of financials, yes. The model says negative in terms of financial, it's a no. So we will be writing the financial analysis in acceptability, not feasible. So it says we are also technologically advanced. As in the last 10 years, we have made significant investment in web-based technology, which has resulted in 75% booking. We have to relocate some of the Dealand's hotel manager of India, and our hotel staff is highly trained to provide excellent customer services. So it shows that we have the human resources as well. So over here, what do we classify under feasibility heading? Can anyone explain? Can anyone let me know? What do we classify? What do we state under the heading of feasibility? Yes, please. Two things. Strength and weakness. We only classify the analysis of strength and weakness. Our internal strength and weakness. Our internal strength and weakness. Just the strength and weakness of their internal company. Do we have those human resources? Do we have that system to implement? Is it a significant investment? Do we have that amount of money? Do we have that cash? What are the strengths of our company which will help us in acquiring that company? And what are the weaknesses of our company that will go against the decision? We have to relook at some of the Dealand's hotel manager to Will India, and our hotel staff is highly trained and provide excellent customer service. So it shows that we have the human resources as well to run the comfy stay hotel efficiently. We are financially capable to run the comfy stay hotel smoothly as the financial. Now over here, the financial analysis of my company, not the comfy stay hotel. The financial analysis of my company, I have depicted it in the feasibility option. Of 2008, total sales grew by 9.1% of the previous year to $1,072 million. We achieved 9.5% growth in underlying pre-tax profit and 260 million growth. And this growth in profit has produced strong operating cash flow, which has supported capital investment in the business. Now, if I talk about acceptability, you will get your answer now. Will India is in another country which is 5,000 miles from Dealand Hotel. So Dealand Hotel should consider well as cultural differences. The project shows positive NPV. When I say about financials, it should be NPV, it should be ratio analysis, but due to the fact that we do not have much figures being given in this question, so we can only use NPV. which seems that it will be acceptable by all the shareholders. But before taking any decision based on NPV, we have to consider some points as well, which are as follows. First of all, the amount of revenues and operating costs are constant. See, I picked up that financial data. I picked up that financial data and gave an analysis on that data. Although I could not calculate some significant ratios, I could not calculate some significant figures. So it became difficult for me how to answer the question relating to acceptability. But what I've done, I have used the figures that are being given and gave my analysis on that figure. Do you get what I'm trying to explain? Are you all with me? Yes, please. Do you get what I'm trying to explain under the acceptability option? If you are not being given with much amount of financial data and you cannot calculate ratios, you cannot calculate some of the significant figures. So what you need to do, you need to analyze the figures that are being given. First of all, the amount of revenues and operating costs are constant in all the years, which seems incorrect and are based on hypothetical assumptions, and these values should be rechecked and proper supporting should be given that how these values are calculated. How the hell can the revenues be saved? You know, while reading, I insisted on the revenues figure. While reading, I insisted on the revenues figure. Training cost is not relevant, so it needs to be removed. You analyze the better picture of the overall NPV. It's asking only about the equity, so why are we doing this? Because we are buying Comfy Stay Hotel chain, and this NPV analysis is of Comfy Stay Hotel chain. So if in order to identify if that investment is acceptable or not, that is the reason that I'm going for the financial data of Comfy Stay Hotel chain. Right, Mukhtar? Okay, another beautiful question, beautiful answer that I feel that I've written. Draft press release, Chief Executive Officer of Hilite BV response to the criticism assessing in the social and environmental impact of Hilite proposed investment. Hilite are much concerned to maintain its high principle and standards in acquiring the Comfy Stay Hotel chain. We have performed previously in the context of social and environmental impact, and we will never disappoint our stakeholders in the future as well. So it's just an introduction. You can write introduction as good as it can be. Social impact. Now remember, over here, what was the requirement? Can someone please tell me what was the requirement? Was it a skepticism still? I guess he was asking about the skepticism or communication. What was the relevant requirement? Okay, communication. Sir, if we don't adopt SFA model, will the examiner deduct mark again as it is an acquisition strategy, Usman? My request and my suggestion to you all is that whenever it's an acquisition strategy, just close your eyes and say it's an SFA model. Whenever you are about to acquire and he wants you to have an analysis on acquisition strategy, close your eyes and write SFA model. Because using another model, obviously, he will give you some marks, but yes, he will give credit, extra credit to those students who are using SFA model. So my request is to use SFA model. It's a very easy model, but you have to use it. Let's move forward. There, Usman. Usman, do you get what I'm trying to say? Okay. So let's move. So over here it says social impact. Let's look at the social impact. So what do you mean by social impact? So social impact means we know that the Comfy Stay Hotel are currently paid well below the rate of pay earned by the equivalent staff in the deal, but Hilite has always paid staff above. Now this is the reply in response to the press release that goes against Hilite Hotel. Paid the staff above the national minimum wage of deal, which was implemented 6 months in advance of the government's launch date, and will follow the same practices in Comfy Stay Hotel as well in order to motivate the staff. We are committed to creating a great place to work with a strong commitment to equality and diversity. And we know that most of the comfy stay staff are women who are offered few opportunity for training or staff development. But Highlight Hotel is known for the staff development and retention is really important for the overall success. And we will maintain the practice over there. So it says what will be our contribution to the society in terms of the societal impact, discrimination. Also, we are investing around 10 million annually in the skills and development program. Further, we have programmed well above the target in training days. But now you can use that key performance indicator graph in order to draft your answer. Days per employee, which is 6.2 days. However, our target was 5.5 days. Comfy stay, you can use those 2 to 3 figures from that graph. Comfy stay policy of only employing men as hotel manager and senior staff in its hotel. But we are also committed to creating great place for work with strong commitment to equality and diversity and have strong focus on this within highlights employment. So this is acquisition of the company sales. So we are using SFM, but when in the case of expansion, yes, in the case of expansion as well, you can use the SFM model if the expansion shows some financial result. If the expansion shows some expected financial result and current positioning, you can use SFM model. You have to use SFM model. If it says that there is a financial, let's suppose if this is, yes, in the case of diversification, they are saying that you are right now standing at this position, and after this diversification or investment, or let's suppose if you enhance your if you go organically, you are growing or you are moving your company with a huge investment, then this means that they will show a budgeted result as well. In that case, you are going to go for SFM model. But yes, financial data in that case will be shown in feasibility rather than acceptable. Okay, so comfy stay policy is only employing. So you have to avoid some dramatic mistakes. I normally see people making dramatic mistakes. That goes without saying that you have to avoid these dramatic mistakes at all. Environmental impact, highlight hotel recycling of 85% of the waste material, which shows that we are committed to environment sustainability. Although Comfy Stay has not good track record of environmental footprint, why am I saying that they do not have? See, the way you present the negative part also give you marks. It was something negative. You remember? While me reading the question, I highlighted that we have created more amount of pollution than the targeted one. So this means that this is something negative, but I have to showcase it positive. I have to showcase it in a better manner. So highlight hotel recycling of 85% of the waste material, which shows that never start with something that goes against the highlight hotel. I started my answer with something which is good. Highlight hotel recycling of 85% of the waste material, which shows that they are committed to environment sustainability. Although Comfy Stay has not good track record of environmental footprint and was fined by the government of Bill India less than 2 years ago for polluting the local waterway in its main coastal tourist town with an outflow of untreated effluent. But our strategy is to build on our focus and reputation of operating as a sustainable and environmentally friendly business. We know that Highlight will have to invest significant sum of money to make the hotel chain a viable and a sustainable part of the business. And in this regard, we have provided assurance to our stakeholders that we are much committed to continued development and investment in sustainability and environment management system to reduce our level of risk. So do you feel that I have written a good answer or not? Is it a good answer that I am writing, or how many marks will you give me? If you are the examiner, will you give me good marks? Yes, certainly yes, because I am covering each and everything in between. So let's move. Briefing notes over here. It says the second part of question number B. FAO, that is for the attention of finance director, senior business consultant, role and benefit of integrated reporting. This briefing note assesses the role and benefit of integrated reporting in assisting effective communication and in building relationship with highlight key stakeholders. Role of integrated reporting: it provide a big picture of highlight and gives a holistic view as it covers all those students who are studying with me regular course. They know what I normally use this word of holistic view, as it covers a wide range of aspects of our business and not only about the past but also cover the future, like what we will do in future. Therefore, it improves the communication of the organization to the stakeholders, because we are aware that our stakeholders are changing in their attitude and have expectations from us in how to communicate with them. When writing about integrated reporting, do mention about 6 capital. Adopting integrated reporting also helps in building and maintaining good relationship with our stakeholders due to transparency and clarity of information. Obviously, whenever we are going for integrated reporting, it gives us a better idea of why are we adopting this integrated reporting and what objective will we be able to achieve at the end of the day when we go with the integrated reporting. So it says building and maintaining good relationship with our stakeholders due to the transparency and clarity of information. As per the recent newspaper article, our stakeholders are satisfied with the proposal acquisition of Comfy Stay Hotel chain because of no awareness of less knowledge or less knowledge of our future goals and strategy. So thus the adoption of integrated reporting will reduce the major reason why we are not getting more and more customers is that people do not know what are ethics, what are values, and what our morale is. So when we are going to adopt integrated reporting, we are going to have a better objective. It basically asks about the benefit of integrated reporting, but I was unable to write benefit. So I will share you the answer of benefit. Okay, so I guess now you have a fair idea of how to write this question. Now, rather than me going for the disruptive technology, because many of my students have yet not studied about disruptive technology, so I do not want to, go on with disruptive technology right now. Although I'm going to share this answer on your group. Yes, I'm going to share this answer on your group, and my recommendation right now is now all those participants who are available over here or who have attended my today's class, I would like to recommend you one thing. Now, our next session, I'm going to give you the entire sheet that I prepared right now on your WhatsApp groups, and you can easily have access to it. Now, I'm sharing my number. All those who are not on this group, you can add me. This is my WhatsApp number. This is my WhatsApp number. Then we have access to this number. One, start doing past papers from you have to write this past paper. Now, next session will be on Friday and on the same time. And in that session, we are going to go through another past paper, that is BCA. It's a recent one. I would like to suggest, and obviously I will be giving some of the tasks to my students, that before attending that class, you all are requested to kindly solve at least 2 to 3 past papers. so that when you are attending the class, you can have a better communication, right? If you have any question, if you have any question, WhatsApp me. I respond to you. If you want me to check some of the answers, although I will not be able to check every answer of yours, send me your answer. And one more thing, last but not least, I have not kept any financial reward for this session. It takes tremendous amount of hard work for around 5 hours. That means 5 hours. So what reward do I need? Was free. And second, review on the WhatsApp group as well as so that I also feel and my work in future is also. So I hope to see you all in my next session. I will that slide. Before that, make sure that I will write the answer. I hope so. You must have enjoyed this session. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yes. I'm audible now. Guys, am I audible? Hello. Okay. So what I was saying is that every teacher's most important reward is a word of motivation from students. So I would want you all to give me a review of today's session. Uh, See, I've been speaking for more than 3.5 hours now. So I would want you all to give me a review of today's session so that I can have my motivation, my intrinsic motivation to do it. You can send me the answer that you have written. I would request you all to please write highlights to them by your own self. Send it to me. I check it. I hope so that you enjoyed today's session. And I hope so once again that you are going to the next session as well. After the completion of this grand past paper revision, I'm going to announce 5 days grand workshop on facility. So this is done from my side. Let's call it a day today. Thank you so much for having such an expensive class, second class.